Did you stop by Clark's house before you came here?
It's got nothing to do with Clark. Look, I read this book, a story about a plane that was going down, that was going to crash into the sea, and this married couple, they're sitting in their seats, they start ripping off their clothes, they start making love to each other ferociously, like their lives just depended upon it, and they were oblivious to everything and anything around them. They didn't care, you see? And the plane was going to go down, and they all were going to die. They loved each other daily. They were going to die. They wanted to die together.
Just remember the vow. And I used to say, some way, somehow. Just remember the vow. And we used to say, some way, somehow. Just remember the people may know who I am, but she was the only one that knew me. Had my nose so wide, so they gave me nosebleeds. A queen. Conversations mixed with beauty indicated clearly. Became as one. Never saw me without her near me. Together, plan to live both of our lives. Hope to have her as my wife. Love sweet as red velvet. I ain't gonna lie, almost cried. I didn't care when others looked at her derriere, cause she put it in her hands to tell them not to go there. Enjoying everything till the time came near. I had to go and pursue my career. Go back to 803. Figured distance couldn't hold us apart, but found out later when I depart, things fall apart. And that's ill. Remember the vow. And I used to say, some way, somehow. Just remember the vow. And she used to say, some way, somehow. Just remember the vow. And we used to say, some way, somehow. Just remember the vow. And I used to say, some way, somehow. Just remember the I became too busy to make a call. My time's taken. I wrote a couple of times, but address changed. Old building became vacant, but I was patient. Forever remembering the vow. Some way, somehow, we be together till one of us is in the ground. The summer came, underground fame. People knowing my name. Went back to DC, seen everything and everybody changed, especially her, my life. The one who I wanted as my wife. I saw her in the empty complex, hitting the pipe. Drugs, she began to do them all. I saw my world begin to fall. She told me she started using after I didn't call. I haven't seen her in a year. There was no hug, no love. Her eye twitch would help me written all over her mug. I read it loud and clear, wanting to take her in my arms, change everything right here. Have love replaced the fear. Realized she was all I had. I took her in my arms and she went through rehab. It was something for the day I came with my engagement ring. The love of my life was a dope fiend. Shit, and I used to say, some way, somehow. Just remember the vow. She used to say, some way, somehow. Just remember the vow. And we used to say, some way, somehow. Just remember the vow. And I used to say, some way, somehow. Just remember the a month passed and she seemed to getting better. Back on track, small mishap, but figured it proved our power together. She gave me a smile that seemed unhappy and didn't have that glow I used to know. Before she spoke, she swallowed hard down her throat. She sat on her knees in front of me. She touched my cheek, kissed my lips, said she loved me and had to dip. I was froze, cause it was something about that kiss. I should've known something was wrong, but the now made it hard for me to believe this. I kissed her hand, I said anything you want me to do, I can. Not leaving my seat as she began to stand. Once again, I saw that emotionless smile. She grinned and said, I'm gonna have your child. I was froze, she waved goodbye. I had my eyes shut until I heard the door close. I still didn't speak, I couldn't even breathe. Looking at the back of my eyelids, but I wasn't asleep. I was just reminiscing to a hand on my cheek and the way it used to be. The girl of my dreams, knocked out of my state of bliss when I heard the phone ring. It was crying in the background and I heard her scream, saying, Derek, wifey's at the hospital, she OD'd. I didn't even hang up the phone, I just dropped it. Fled to the hospital, saw them pulling the sheet over her face and became nauseous. My legs lost strength, couldn't even think. On the room floor, laying against the wall, crying on my knees. For loves of life, there's only a few. Became apathetic, not knowing what to do. Got dressed in my suit, but never went to the wake or the burial. Till I remembered that promise, being together forever. Some way, somehow, till one of us is in the ground. Hypothetic's reality now. Hypothetic's reality now. Reality now. Hypothetic is reality now. And I used to say, some way, somehow. Just remember the vow. She used to say, some way, somehow. Just remember the vow. And we used to say, remember the vow.